This summer, 28 paraplegic miners and their families had a fortnight's holiday at a holiday camp at Filey, Yorkshire, guests of the Northern Divisional Coal Board Welfare Committee. In paraplegia, you cannot move the lower half of your body. It results usually from an injury to the spine. As at home, Mrs. Smith was up before her husband. William Charlton and George Davison take a turn at table bowls against Henry Elliot and Andrew Scotts. When the facilities of a holiday camp are at your disposal, even a wheelchair has its advantages. Campers' cars are kept off the roads in the camp, but as a special concession, miners who bring their own can park handily. The children's playground is as good a place as any to keep an eye on the youngsters, to study form and work up an appetite in the bracing Yorkshire air. In the evenings there is plenty of entertainment, a choice of ballrooms, to watch the dancing, enjoy the music, and the company of friends. For a change, there are more people outside the camp's heated swimming pool than in the water. Diving championships, campers' inter-house competitions, and special events for the teenagers. And here's one for the family album. The camp makes special arrangements to take the miners and their families, although they are not normally equipped to cater for chairborne guests. This is only one instance of the industry looking after its own. Men like these, their mining days over, deserve a place in the sun and the friendly company of people they know and respect. One of the most expert amateur archaeologists the North has produced. That's the description applied to Eric Parsons by Professor Burley of Durham University. Nothing is too small for Eric's attention, and believe it or not, this clay pipe stem is really old. He's a stoneman at Bowman Colliery, and every leisure moment is spent in searching the countryside around his native Durham. Here, he's inspecting the loggia of a mansion house built in 1590. Every day he visits the archaeology department in a detailed study of medieval pottery. This outsize early 14th century pitcher was unearthed by Eric during the excavations for the building of a Durham store. With Brian Dobson, staff tutor in archaeology, and other colleagues, Eric is helping to place a piece of stone window tracery found on a local archaeological site. Although an amateur, he is an expert in 11th to 15th century pottery, and his opinion is valued at the university. Eric sums up his own interest in the past. If I can fit one tiny piece into the jigsaw of the history of the Northeast, I'll be satisfied. Near this spot, Robin Hood died. His bows were made from a tree in nearby Hartshead churchyard, or so they say. Today, what was once a part of Sherwood is on the fringe of an industrial area. In a Brighouse carpet factory, Fred Booth tends the boilers. The fuel used is creosote pitch, a byproduct of coal. It flows rather like oil and is atomized and burnt in much the same way. 4,500 tons a year are used, and the plant has been working efficiently since 1942. When he's not at the boiler's controls, Fred Booth relaxes, very sensibly, on a carpet-covered seat. For the steam Fred raises, the process of making a carpet begins in the design department. This is the beginning of a new Axminster pattern. Stitch by stitch it grows under the expert brush of Herbert Richmond. Then Miss Kitson takes over, matching the dyes to the artist's original conception. Having got the colors right, the wool is wound from these bobbins onto spools, and they're wound in the right pattern and color order. It's a tricky job, but with the artist's design as a guide, the girls are highly skilled in this branch of carpet magic. In this form, the wool goes to the loom, and the real job of making the carpet begins. As warp and weft are interwoven, the shape and pattern come to life. It's all the result of experience going back to 1867, the date of the firm's foundation. In a carpet seat, the boilers he so efficiently controls. In the south of Holland is the coal mining province of Limburg. To celebrate the 60th anniversary of state mines, 2,000 boys and girls took part in the Stadsminen 3 days walking tour through the pleasant countryside of this part of Holland. The young people are employed in the coal and steel industries of a number of European countries. They started their walk each day from the same point in Heerlen, a different route of 20 miles being signposted. The coal industry's social welfare organization shows our contingent of 36 British youngsters, a sight to gladden the eye of any sergeant major. After 3 days walking, and about 70 miles later, the walkers crossed the finishing line in Heerlen. The Dutch were hosts throughout the 3 days. But this sort of thing is hard on the feet, whatever nationality your feet happen to be. In Heerlen, there were plenty of inviting cafes in which to relax, and a chance to get to know each other at a more leisurely pace, and even sitting down. And before we go to bed, how would you like to wake up one morning and find, as the people of Heerlen did, that the Dutch mining industry had helped to give them a recreation park? Some treat, a Dutch treat at that.